Taupo Direct, your specialist savings bank, keeping your savings sharp.
Hello, welcome to the show. Look, we're having babies later than ever, which means that we're partying and drinking much longer. The answer, it's not good.
Extended adolescence creates a larger window for opportunity for people to use substances and get into trouble with these things.
Yeah, what are those extra years of hard living doing to us? We'll find out tonight.
All right, calling it an impressive backyard project is underselling it just a wee bit. Doctor Who fans will be beside themselves with excitement. Have a look at this.
You can't buy Dalek parts on Earth that I know of, because it all came from outer space, and the freight on that was just a killer.
Yeah, I'm not a sci-fi fan, but boy, was I impressed. It's incredible.
Absolutely, I'm totally with you. How do you get your school hall fundraiser to sell out? You get one of your Year 12 students to perform.
You know, so really low-key, even though she's got that success. She's just very down-to-earth, very balanced, you know.
Yeah, you know who that Year 12 student is now, don't you? That's a very proud Takapuna Grabber teacher. The fundraiser is on tonight and it's going to go off. All that and more coming up on 7 Sharp.
3 years on, and the start of Christchurch's shaky rain is marked with a tune about E2C. Bit of a warning, it's not a love song. And we're at the high school fashion show with a bit of a draw card in the shape of the most talked about singer in the world. Also,
I had the top of a vacuum cleaner and it looked like a Dalek head. And I also had an electric wheelchair that I'd put a bar stool on.
as you do. And why the homespun genius of one man in Kinloch has locals on edge.
You can go to our website for the full video of that song if you really want to hear it again.
You can. Now, our next sound has two elements in it. One thing I don't get, sci-fi Doctor Who particularly, never got it, and one thing I can't do, wish I could though, and that's building stuff. Hayden Jones met a very, very talented man with a vision who put those two together in Taupo, and this is what he came up with.
Taupo, Thursday afternoon. A city under attack. The Dalek, and is not content with simply browsing Briscoes.
Hi sir, do you have any items on you?
When I was a kid, I used to watch this on the TV, that Dalek, and they used to frighten me.
Curiosity.
It's a robot, but of what sort?
Turns to apprehension.
Okay, all right.
And people should be scared. This Dalek's packing heat. Actually, that's a little lame. This is better.
I want one.
So the guy who made it, I think he's just brilliant.
Dalek HQ is a shed in Kinloch.
And it's actually a poison gas. I've seen on Doctor Who, everybody just drops dead as soon as that fire's out.
It's Raoul Leland's place. He's the guy who made it. He did it because he thought he had most of the parts already.
I had the top of a vacuum cleaner and it looked like a Dalek head. And I also had an electric wheelchair that I'd put a bar stool on. Used absolutely none of those parts whatsoever because it just got out of control. Because you can't buy Dalek parts on Earth that I know of, because it all came from outer space, and the freight on that was just a killer.
So he improvised.
The sucker on the end was out of a ballcock, out of a trough. A few microlight parts, and there's solar light. There's some guy still looking for his electric wheelchair.
Raoul's an engineer. His shed is full of toys.
We'll get that into there.
The making stuff is genetic, comes from his dad, Terry.
When Doctor Who first came out in black and white, TV sets were very hard to get, and my father built his own television set, and we had it for 15 years. We watched Doctor Who on a homemade TV set, so I made a Dalek.
Raoul says his Dalek has actually helped his health.
This part of the hand works all right, but the rest of it is just so sensitive that you can only really just use your little finger.
You see, Raoul is lucky to have his hand. He cut it on a piece of stainless steel.
It sounds cool.
He can't work, so this Dalek project has been therapy. His son Adam has helped. It's been a labour of love.
Building it with one hand and my son to help me, and it took a year. For the 12 months I spent building it, for just a couple of minutes to see people's reactions, it was worth it.
exploding us now.
Ra wants to share his Dalek with anyone who wants to raise money for good.
I'd like to do as much charity work and help other people as I can, because it's helped me get my hand working as best as I can again.
It can be lonely being the only Dalek in Taupo, but don't despair, there is talk of a sequel. This will no doubt please the locals.
That's so cool.
I've seen that footage of the woman getting hit about 3 times, and I laughed every time. It's so classic.
Yeah, it's still funny. Hey, if you do have a project similar to that and happening in your back shed, give us a call. Or don't give us a call, give us an email. I can mind both. And we'd love to see it and see what you're going on.
For sure, yeah.
Going on there.
By project like that, we mean something really interesting.
Yeah, we don't mean necessarily another Dalek, although we'll come to that in a moment. Now, next year, a bunch of Daleks, Cybermen and Doctor Who baddies will roll into the capital to host, as Wellington hosts, the Doctor Who Symphonic Spectacular. I know, based on the 50th anniversary proms in February. The Sydney Opera House, where the music was played by the Metropolitan Orchestra, is here. Warren Goodwin got in touch with us, by the way, as well. This is really silent, if my earpiece is to be believed. I think there'll be more sound than that. It'll be louder.
It's being the orchestra.
It's actually the best way to enjoy an orchestra is just watching them mute like this. It was a great show. Warren got in touch with us. He wanted to introduce us to Dalek Scrappy from Dunedin. Have a look. I haven't seen this.
Nor have I.
Should have shown this one first. Really.
The bar was, I mean, that's, if you saw that first, you go, that's really good. Yeah. But the bar is set unbelievably high.
Oh, good on you, Warren.
No, nice. Yeah. Oh, no, that's cool. No, that's nice. Good on you.
Scrappy's not too bad.
Scrappy's pretty good.
Stay with us. Coming up,